So yesterday I showed you that this car exists in Automobilista 2. It's not an Indy car. This is a Formula USA 2023 car, but let's be honest with ourselves, it is the equivalent of a 2023 Indy car, or at least the best that the lawyers would let them use. Now, in yesterday's video, I went over the whole saga of what Ryza Studios went through to try to get a modern Indy car into their game and some of the roadblocks they've run into with the alleged forthcoming IndyCar game from Motorsport Games. But what I briefly mentioned was a mod, which is a modification to the base game, which is free to download and involves real Indy cars. So this is a thing right now that you can download that exists. You're looking at this is real. This is on Automobilista 2 right now. And if you didn't know what this is a mod created by just fans, just modders. Like I said, a modification to the game. You just download the files. It's a little bit more difficult than in other games to actually install it, but once you do, you can see the results. You have a fully fledged, essentially, IndyCar game. This has the wings, this has the tires, this has the liveries, this has the drivers, this has everything you could want to start running in Indy cars on Automobilista 2 right away. You've probably already seen this mod showcased in a couple of other videos, particularly from the great GP Laps, but I think there's some quality of life things that I should mention before you go out and buy Automobilista 2 and then install this mod. Number one, you're looking at the oval kit for Joseph Newgarden's Indianapolis 500 winning car. And if you think the oval racing is going to be like of the standard of the Papyrus IndyCar games or the Codemasters IndyCar games, don't come in with that expectation. The oval racing in this game has a long way to go before it is even remotely, I would say, ready for prime time or ready for any kind of, huge recognition as some sort of a triumph. The oval tracks are in this game. There's Indianapolis, Fontana, Daytona, Gateway, and the old Rio de Janeiro oval. But these cars, these tracks, they're just not ready right now to say, okay, this is a great game, you should go out and buy it. But like I mentioned in yesterday's video, the road racing is a completely different story. And to test it out, we're going to go to one of the most prolific and important tracks in this era of IndyCar racing. Yes, indeed, we're at the IMS road course. Iconic, maybe not. Definitive of the era? If you think about the wacky and stupid 2020 season, there were more racing miles turned on this version of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway than the oval. Ay, sacrilegious. But in happier news, we have 27 Indy cars representative of the drivers with their accurate ratings up from the Indy GP in the month of May. I am driving Ryan Hunter-Reay's Dreyer & Reinbold Racing number 23 car, mainly because I didn't necessarily want to replace any of the accurate AI drivers for this race. And, let's be honest, Dreyer & Reinbold has run this race before, and it's not outside of the realm of possibility that they could run it again someday. So it's not super unrealistic that this car would be in the race. So here we go! Indy cars on the IMS road course. We're going the wrong way, and we're underway here at Indianapolis as we try to chase down Connor Daly. Almost got him around the outside of the final corner. We will probably get him down into turn one. The question is, can I get Helio Castroneves as well? It's going to be a battle of the late breakers here into turn one, but we've got a little bit of braking room, and underneath Helio, and we got him. Now the AI are going to be a little bit timid in these first couple of corners, but once they get a little bit spread out, they'll be much better. But we just got to survive this chicane here, because on lap one, the AI take it a very strange and unorthodox, to say the least, line as we get around Santino and around Devlin DiFrancesco down the Holman Straight. We're now looking ahead to Simon Pagenaud. So we're a little bit easy on the brakes because we don't want to do what we did in Cleveland and immediately cook the front tires put flat spots all over them as we head through the section that was changed for the bikes back in 2008. And a lot of this track changed again for the Indy cars in 2014. Very different circuit now at Indianapolis on the road course than the original intention of the Grand Prix track. Case in point, we're driving through the old snake pit right now in the chicane on the main straightaway into my least favorite corner on this track, this final sweeper, which is so hard to get right. As you can see, I understeered big time through there. And that's going to allow Devlin DeFrancesco to the inside. I'm using the push to pass. It's the same push to pass as it is in the official car, so I wonder if it's impossible to add an accurate style of push to pass as the cone goes flying. I locked up into turn 1. We're still very slow through turn 2. Simon Pagenaud almost got me in trouble there. I'm still holding off Devlin DeFrancesco. The AI are now on 110%. I learned my lesson from Cleveland. They should be a little bit more competitive with me in this race and should give you a more entertaining video. Like I said, 15 minutes on the clock. So obviously we have more than enough push to pass for this race. And we'll see how far we can get up. Car feels really good. In fact, I agree with the people who told me yesterday, because I had played this mod before, but they've since updated it to a version 2.0 version, which has all the different oval wings and a lot of different liveries for the car. And I have to say, going straight from the official Ryza IndyCar to this one, this is better. The mod makers have done an absolutely fantastic job in modeling this car. It looks good, it feels good. You got a track limits warning in an IndyCar race. That's a surprise. That's never happened before in real life. You just brake as late as you want with the red tires too. I think I might have mentioned it, but if I haven't mentioned it before, you can change the tires to be the Waiuli tires if you so please to make your street course races look a little more accurate. As we're going to sink one. Oh, sneaking up on Pagenaud. No, we're not. We're going to have to go take to the escape road there. I thought I could go side by side with him. Not quite. Pagenaud did a good job of defending off that attack from me, so we'll have to be a little bit more clever how we pass the 2016 IndyCar champion. It's going to give me a track limits penalty for that. I do know that that corner right there can give you a track limits penalty occasionally. So here we come into the chicane. You can make a pass down into there. It's very difficult, but it is possible. Let me see if I can actually figure out how to drive this last corner. Nope, that didn't work. So we'll get on the push to pass to try to cover up any attack from Devlin DeFrancesco as we head down the famous main straightaway here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Almost on the limiter into turn 1. A little bit of rear brake lock up there as we turned in. Let's see if Simon's going to hold up or get held up by little Dave here a little bit. Yeah, he is. So let's see if I can use my push to pass and a good run through the chicane to get him. We're going to have a run, but I don't think we're close enough to make a move. Though Simon's looking on Malukas. Oh, they're making contact. Oh, Malukas is racing him really hard. They're side by side. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good race in there. And we're on the push to pass, and it looks like we're going to get around Simon. Side by side. Now I got to be really careful here with little Dave. Oh, he turned in on me. Oh, no. To be fair, he was entitled to do that, but wow. How did we not all crash? Okay, my tires are going to be a little bit knackered, as the British would say. So I'm going to have to see if I can't get back up there. But we're now in clean air. Let's see if I have any damage to the car. Little bit, I mean a little bit to the front wing, but not much. Should be good to continue. Still haven't quite got the tires back in a good temperature range, but this will be a good opportunity to talk about the physics. It's quite fun. It's very good. In fact, I had a much better race going before, and I forgot to fuel the car for the entire race, so that's how sim racing YouTubing goes, for sure. Like I said in the last video, thank your friendly neighborhood sim racing YouTube who does this for a full-time deal, because this is a lot harder than it looks, I can tell you that. To produce an entertaining video for you guys. But I should be able to catch up the back of the field relatively easily. Now that I'm in clean air. I think a lot of that was dirty air going through the final corner, which makes sense. Dirty air is in this game, and we're just going to abuse the DRS. Not the DRS, the push to pass. As we try to get back in within striking distance of the rest of the field. We're on pace to turn our fastest lap of the race, which is good. And we still have 7 minutes to go, so no harm, no foul, I think. Yep, half a second faster on the button the whole way through there. Definitely got the back end rotating there a little bit more than perhaps I should have. Yeah, I gotta tell you, this game's an extreme amount of fun. And in lieu of an IndyCar game, which may or may not be coming, even with the oval racing in a pretty sorry state of affairs in Automobilista 2, this is really good. I would suggest tracking it down, getting it, enjoying it. It's not quite turnkey. That's probably not a correct thing to say, but in terms of an IndyCar experience that's not super difficult to get your hands on, this is it. Now we're getting into a rhythm. Clicking off some fast laps. Getting our marks a little bit better. Ooh, there's some tire smoke up there. The AI in this game will make mistakes. And it looks like we just saw the results of one of them. We're going just a little bit faster each lap as the fuel burns off and my confidence grows, and the clean air certainly helps me out just a little bit. A little bit slower through that section as I say that, because I shouldn't talk while I'm driving. Through the treacherous final corner on the push to pass down the main straightaway. Got Connor Daly in my sights here. In fact, a whole bunch of the field. A little bit too anxious and eager into turn one. Didn't get the best exit through there. Nor through this corner. I've actually driven a race on, well, at least those couple of corners there. Raced a go-kart here a couple of times. It was a lot of fun. I wish they'd bring that event back. But here we go. Catching the back of the field now. What's crazy is I'm catching them, but my best lap is half a second down from what it was. I guess everyone's cars are falling off. Not just mine. Okay, now we've got Connor Daly. Yeah, my exit off that exit off of the final corner is huge. Huge for lap time. Huge for how fast you can get on the back of the rest of the field. As Connor makes a move inside of Helio Castroneves, so now Castroneves is the one we're going to race. More smoke out in front. So we got guys running into each other up here. Just waiting for someone to spin and crash right in front of me. That would be cinema. Ooh, Daly slow off of the exit. Slows up Helio Castroneves. So we'll have an opportunity here as we come to probably what's going to be 2 laps to go, possibly 3, depending on where the leader is. We found out at Cleveland to race hard until we absolutely know the race is going to end. And now in the wake of the other cars, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get a run, but we're going to be on the push to pass off of the final corner. Not going to quite have a run on Helio or Daly down into turn 1, but we should later on in the lap. Maybe at the end of the Holman straight. A little bit of a lock up there and sent it in a little too hard. Rear end stepped out just a bit. There's Helio. All right, now it's go time. Looking to the inside. Oh, damn it, I did it again. Oh, I am a terrible... Roger Penske is not going to call me. To be fair, a spotter would be saying, you know, car inside. But again, I guess it's Connor's right to turn in on me. And also considering I'm driving as Ryan Hunter-Reay, kind of makes sense that he would, right? Well, that was exciting. And very poor driving from me. Should have at least one more lap. It's not Ogre. I think it's 15 plus 1, so the leader will still have to come around and do one more lap after this one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Definitely getting the butt out on the car. Okay, my goal is to not finish last. Can I accomplish it? Time to get into sweaty mode here. This is probably... If this isn't the last lap, we got one more to go. I actually don't know how this game counts it, so I guess we're about to find out. Yep, one to go. All right. Oh, Connor was in the grass there. Racing with Elio for 27th. I don't think I'm going to be close enough because the next opportunity I'm going to have is coming out of the final corner. I just don't think I'm going to have the grip to pull that off. Had really good traction out of that corner right there. Gonna need these two to help me a little bit. When they start racing each other, I might have a chance. Nope. Well, that was fun and super competitive, and I should have done better than I did. But thankfully, I just cover this stuff. I don't actually race in it. And they all crashed. They all crashed down into turn one. What is going on? Well, at least we can take a look at the rest of the cars in the race, huh? There's Stingray Rob, Christian Lundgaard. There's the Juncos Hollander cars, which ran pretty well. We're going underneath Agustin Canapino. There's Felix Rosenquist. Regis VK. We're going to cut the chicane. Benjamin Peterson had a good day. Cal Milot, Chungus, Rossi, Captain Kirk, Dixon, Pelot, and Grosjean. Grosjean won. I think. Oh, sorry, Alex. Well, now I've well and truly destroyed my car and crashed Alex Pelot on the cooldown lap. So I guess we've got beef now. Sorry, Alex. But yeah, this is awesome. I wish I could have driven better. I wish I would have been able to show you the race that I ran out of fuel because I drove way better in that one. Trust me, bro. But yeah, I would definitely suggest tracking this down and playing it because it's a ton of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. I'm going to go, learn Chinese or something, and we'll see you in the next video.